Hello everyone, and welcome to a bonus episode where I had to chop off a whole section of last week's video because it just got way too long, and I've put it into its own standalone bonus video. It's a whole section of just me showing you cool stuff from my garden, and it seemed to fit as its own separate video, so here it is. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you at the end. I thought I'd go down to the garden and take a look at a few interesting things that are happening down there and bring them up, and we can have a little chat about some cool garden things. And when I say cool, I suppose I'm using that term fairly loosely. You'd probably have to be into gardening to find these things cool, but I think they're cool and I'm excited to show you. I'm not really sure when I'm supposed to harvest this guy's face. He's been sort of drooped over and sad for probably about a month. I guess if you had a face that was that heavy, you'd be drooped over too. Anyway, he's definitely seen better days as a flower, and I want to harvest his face before the birds do. So I'm gonna snip him off and go collect the seeds. What do you think? Huh? It's weird, eh? You want to scratch your back on it? Isn't that funny? Welcome to my selection of garden goodies. Let's take a look at what I've got here. Okay, I've got almonds from my tree, figs from my tree. This, I thought it was a loofah. It's an Armenian cucumber. I've got some sunflower faces, and I've got some tomatillos. And I just want to crack everything open and take a look. This thing is nuts. Actually, no. These are nuts. This is a cucumber. Believe it or not, I thought it was a loofah. It is not a loofah. It's an Armenian cucumber. I got the seeds from a friend, and having never seen either a loofah nor an Armenian cucumber growing in my life, I just kind of assumed this was the loofah. I mean, anyone would, wouldn't they? How can this be a cucumber? I'm really excited to cut it open. I am a little disappointed. I was expecting some kind of super awesome giant-sized loofah, but you know, whatever. It's definitely past eating because I've been waiting for it to dry on the vine, which is what you do with loofahs, but not what you do with Armenian cucumbers. So it's probably all gross and rotten, and it's actually kind of leaking on me, weirdly. There's a strange liquid coming out of here. Anyway, I'm very curious about this and looking forward to cutting it open. Okay, the moment of truth. I'm gonna slice this thing open. Okay, I doubt very much that's what these things are supposed to look like. It smells sort of cucumbery / melony. Lots of seeds in there. Yeah, it's just, you can tell it's gone rotten in the middle. I'm not really willing to taste it. It's basically been sitting at this size for at least a month while I waited for it to dry because I thought it was loofah, like a fool. But instead of drying, it's just been going rotten. all soft on this side and weirdly wrinkly. I wonder what these other two look like. Let's take a look. That looks a little better. Do I dare have a taste? I dare. I'm not in the habit of eating probably rotten fruit from my garden, you know, but there's a first for everything, so let's give it a try. I don't love it, but I also don't think taking that bite's going to kill me. So that's good. I feel positive about this experience, but I'm not going to have any more. Okay, on to the next exciting garden thing. Let's take a look at the almonds because I'm very curious to taste these. This should do the trick. Okay, let's crack some nuts. Oh, that was easy. So that's pretty cool. I mean, the tree is quite big, so 2 almonds is possibly not the best haul. But I only planted the tree a couple of years ago, and it's already taller than I am, which isn't saying much. But yeah, that's really cool. 2-year-old tree. So I want to taste it, but I also want to see what's happening inside first. Okay, looks like an almond. Does it taste like an almond? Wow. Wow, that is delicious. I'm a fan. I really hope this almond tree keeps on giving, because this is really tasty. And almonds are expensive. Okay. Almond experiment success. Loofah experiment fail. So, what's next? Sunflower face? Sounds good to me. Okay, let's take a closer look at this because I think it's really, really cool. Okay, so I've got 2 sunflowers in various states of dishevelment. This guy has some of his fuzzy part of his face left and a few little scraggly flower bits. This guy has been dying for a long time, so he doesn't have many of his middle bits left, and the flower petals have gone a long time. But all this stuff in here is the seeds. This guy's seeds, and now just gonna pull this away. I don't know if maybe this guy's hasn't dried long enough. I don't really know when the best time to harvest sunflower seeds is. These don't look that big, so eating them is probably annoying, but harvesting them to plant new seeds is definitely something I wanted to do. I'm gonna go big on the sunflowers next year. And just look at these amazing patterns. I mean, nature, man. And then each one of these little guys is a sunflower seed. Yeah, you just pull them out. Isn't that crazy? I think that's crazy. One of my favorite things to harvest. These guys seem to be packed a little bit more tightly, so perhaps they should have dried a bit more on the plant. So I won't harvest this guy's face today. I'm gonna let him dry and see what happens. But this guy's face is coming with me. Bigger bowl. And I won't lose quite as many seeds. That's better. Face harvested. Thanks, man. And now it's kind of this like spiky thing. It's cool. If you ever get a chance to harvest the face of a sunflower, I highly recommend it. Thanks, man. You've brought me a lot of joy, and I'm looking forward to planting and eating your babies. Next up, I thought we would take a look at my figs. I picked this guy. He looks like he's a little rotten, so probably not going to eat him. But figs are interesting to me. I'd never seen a fresh fig in my life until I came to Portugal, and fig trees are just everywhere. They are abundant, all kinds of different ones, black ones, purple ones, green ones, yellow ones. No blue ones. There are no blue ones. So anyway, I'd never seen a fig except for in the form of fig Newtons, which is a cookie biscuit thing you get in North America. Is it a cookie? Is it a biscuit? Is it a cake? Who knows? And so I had no idea what a fresh fig looked like, never gave it any thought whatsoever until I came here. And these guys keep falling from my tree, and I keep standing on them, and then I keep mashing the squashed fig into the dirt as I walk, and then that goes in my house, and it makes a horrible disaster. So rather than having that happen again this year, I'm going to pick these figs, and I'm going to do it a little bit later today. But first, I kind of wanted to show you what a fig looks like if, like me, you are fig uncultured and had never seen one in your life until you were an adult. So I think they're really cool looking. I think they're scary looking as well. Okay, so it's soft. The skin is quite thin on these kinds. Sometimes they're a bit thicker. And to me, what it looks like on the inside is a whole bunch of tiny little maggots. So as you can imagine, it's not massively exciting for me to want to eat this. I think it looks weird. And yeah, so I like the flavor of figs, but I'm not massively into the maggot look. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, what do you think? A little bit? Like there's all these little worms in there? Is that just my imagination? Anyway, I think it looks weird. I'm not crazy about them fresh, so rather than munching on a whole bunch of fresh figs from the tree, I'm going to pick a bunch and I'm going to attempt to make jam later today. But since this is the first fig I've picked all year, I am just going to give it a taste and see what I think. Maybe I've gotten over the dodgy maggot thing, but it's hard to. Like, look at that. Anyway. Okay, I'm just gonna... They are delicious. I just wish they didn't have the tiny worm thing going on. And sometimes you do find maggots in these too, so that adds to an element of horror when you bite into one and you find half of a worm. It's happened. It's happened to people I know. So, yeah, something about the fresh fruit sketches me out, but in jam form, I think it'll be delicious. One more try. I really need to get over it because these are extremely tasty, and I have lots of them. That's good. Okay, so last on my list of what I think are fun and interesting garden things is the tomatillo. So this tomatillo plant has basically been neglected, and I don't have a lot of hope for these fruits. I kind of stopped watering it for a little while, then I took pity on it and watered it again. I think the reason I grow them is because I just love opening them from their shell. I think it's so cool that they grow in these little casings, and that's basically what I wanted to show you. If I can find enough fruit that don't seem rotten, because I do think, yeah, I think a lot of them are kind of, well actually, maybe that casing protects them, because they do seem fine. They're firm. And it's also funny, like, they're quite sticky inside that casing. They're just a weird, it's just a weird thing, you know? Growing in this little papery thing, being all sticky, and yeah. I don't know what your purpose is beyond salsa, but I'm going to look up some recipes because it does look like I have a few good ones in here. And then I'll see what I can come up with. I don't want to waste them. I'll probably grow them again next year just because I find this part so satisfying. So that's basically what I wanted to show you. Oh, that one's kind of rotten, but tomatillos, they grow in this really cool paper thing. And though I don't love eating them, I do love harvesting them. So, you know. But let's see what I can make. Yeah. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed my little tour of stuff from the garden that I think is cool. Tomatillos, sunflowers, Armenian cucumbers that I thought were loofahs, and almonds. And so I just love that I was able to harvest so many seeds from the sunflowers, figure out what an Armenian cucumber was. I'm sad about the loofah thing. Tomatillos, they're very satisfying. Oh, the fig, also nice to share with you. And what was the last thing? The almonds. And if I see anything else that I think is a little bit extra interesting, I'll bring it up to my lab and I'll show you as well. But I think the garden's kind of on its way out, so it's unlikely I'll find anything down there that's worth show and tell. Okay, bonus video over. I hope you liked that. I really enjoyed filming it. I just think it's so cool growing stuff, and even cooler when you have surprise things like Armenian cucumbers that you didn't even know you were growing. So that's neat, I think. So I hope you like this extra little Sunday episode. I might add an extra video from time to time anytime I end up with more footage or do something interesting, or if I want to put in a shorter video or something like that. So expect bonus episodes occasionally, but you can always expect your usual Friday video as well. So I added a super thanks button down there somewhere, and it's just an opportunity for anyone to chuck in a little bit of extra cash my way if you're enjoying the video. I do feel weird putting it there. I've had a bunch of people ask if I could add it, so I'm thinking, well, you know, if people are asking me to put that, then I might as well give it a try. Makes me feel a little weird because I'm already kind of, you know, getting revenue from your eyeballs on ads on the video. So what I thought I would do is anything that I earn from the super thanks button thing, I'll put in a separate fund, and that money will go towards improvements to the YouTube channel. So buying things like a microphone, I needed a new tripod, maybe music, licensing music, and things like that. So anyone that contributes using the super thanks will know that their funds are going towards making a better channel for everybody, I hope. So that's the idea. And what I'll probably do also is give a little running total each month when I do my monthly updates. So yeah, I don't know. I think that could be a fun way to kind of feel like we're all working together to build a channel and to improve it. And yeah, I think it'll be a great way for me to find the extra funds to also buy the things that I need to make the channel better as well. So yeah, let's see if this works. I've already had a couple of contributions, so thanks guys. And yeah, we'll go from there. So that's it for me. I hope you liked the video, and I'll be back again on Friday. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.